Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the branches of geography or the parts and subjects in which geography can be divided into. Before we talk about the branches, I'm going to talk about the approaches to study geography or the two important methods in which we study geography. The first approach is the systematic approach. In systematic approach, we study about a particular topic as a whole. When we study about, say, vegetation, then we will talk about the world vegetation. That is systematic approach. So, in systematic approach, suppose we have to study about the equatorial rainforest or the coniferous forest or the monsoonal forest. What do we do is we study about the entire world climatic zones, and as a whole we identify where these regions are situated, and we talk about the entire zone or the entire belt altogether. But in case of regional geography, we study about a particular topic or we study about a smaller region and then we go in a hierarchical order. Suppose we have to understand the climatic conditions of the world. So we will not study about the entire world as a whole in regional geography. We study about a particular region, suppose equatorial region, then we study about the tropical region, then we study about the temperate region. So we go in a hierarchy. So when we study about smaller regions in the beginning, we also infer it and we conclude and we understand about the world climatic conditions. So this is from a smaller region to a bigger and a larger area or scope. So mainly geography is divided into two categories. One is physical geography and the other is human geography. Physical geography are basically natural sciences, which includes geology, meteorology, hydrology, pedology, geomorphology, oceanography, climatology, soil geography, which deals with all the physiographic conditions and aspects of the earth. So the first type is geomorphology, which talks about landforms and how they are formed, all the physiographic features which you see on the surface, like mountains, plateaus, valleys, how they have been formed, their evolution, and over the ages, what processes have undertaken and led to their formation and to the condition in which they are now and presently in. Soil geography, also called as pedology, is the study of the soil, how they were formed, different types of soils that we have, and their distribution all over the world. About the fertility, that means how much the soil is fertile for agriculture, for other purposes. So, all those studies are included in pedology, which is soil geography. Now, climatology is about the climatic conditions of the earth, the atmosphere, the layers in the atmosphere, and what are the characteristics and the reasons for the weather conditions and the climatic conditions. Meteorology is when we study about the weather and we study about the changes in the weather conditions and we forecast and predict the weather conditions. And in climatology, we study overall conditions and how climatic changes happen, what are the different types of climates, what are the climatic zones and the regions, and according to the latitudes, how they differ from each other. Also, about the wind system, the periodic winds, as well as the planetary winds, and how they affect the climatic conditions of any region. Hydrology. Hydro means water. So when we talk about the realm of water, hydrosphere, that is water on the surface of the earth, both fresh water as well as brackish water or salty water, including oceans, lakes, rivers, other water bodies, and what are the processes which are taking place, the evaporation and everything, the aquatic life, the human life, which is dependent upon water, and all kinds of activities related to it is all included in hydrology. Human geography is another branch of geography in which we talk about how human beings relate with their geographical environment, with the earth, because human beings are a very important part of the earth. So, in this, we also have subcategories like social and cultural geography, population settlement geography, which includes rural as well as urban geography, then economic geography, settlement geography, historical geography. What is social and cultural geography, in which we basically study about the society, how human beings had formed society, because human beings are a social animal, as well as how cultures developed and how they are formed and how they have evolved and contributed in the society. Population and settlement geography talks about the entire population, population density, population growth. What are the factors which lead to these population growth, as well as distribution of population, as well as what is the distribution between the rural regions and the urban regions, what is the migration pattern, the density, distribution, growth, migration, occupation structure, all that is included here. Settlement geography talks about how human beings had settled down in different parts of the world. Then we have economic geography, which includes all the economic activities of human beings, or anthropogenetic activities, which includes agriculture, irrigation, then industrialization, tourism, trade, commerce, or exchange of goods and services, as well as transportation, infrastructure, telecommunication, services, etc. Historical geography undertakes and studies all the historical aspects, all the historical events which have taken place, and how human beings have evolved. It includes the changes that have taken place in settlements, in culture, in languages, in evolvement of human beings, as well as all kinds of economic activities throughout the geological as well as historical time periods. Then, in political geography, we talk about a space, we talk about a country, we talk about political boundaries, political events which undertakes in a region, all kinds of spatial relations between one country and other country, the neighboring countries, all kinds of laws, regulations, and restrictions, customs, even about political parties and all kinds of elections which takes place, the governments of different countries and regions, and how they undertake various developmental projects. All that is included in political geography. What is biological or biogeography? Bio is the living organism. So, how we relate the physical geography with bioorganisms, which includes human beings. So, it is the interrelationship between the environmental conditions and the physical conditions, as well as the biological features of the Earth's surface. This includes both plant geography as well as zoogeography or animal geography. Plant geography includes the studies of the natural vegetation, the climatic condition in which they live in, and the habitats. As well as in zoogeography, we talk about animals and different kinds of fauna which lives in different kinds of geographical conditions. So, flora and fauna, how they are dependent upon the physical environment. That is how we study in biogeography. Then we also have ecosystem or ecology, in which we talk about the ecosystems, the different types of flora and fauna which are found in different habitats, or different species which are found in different climatic conditions. As well as we have environment geography, in which we talk about the environmental degradation, the environmental conditions, the problems which are faced in the environment, like land degradation, different kinds of pollution, and how we can conserve it and sustain it. So, that is also a branch of geography.